What's up? Yo, I'm a big fan of Vlad TV on YouTube. I watch it all the time. A lot of my favorite artists, actors, and people of influence are always having interviews on that channel. Vlad is an interesting character himself, former disc jockey, white boy. Love black culture, love hip hop music, love the whole genre of black. So he gets a ghetto pass, even though he's a white boy. He's cool. He's cool in the game. Recently, I watched a few weeks ago, they had Kid from Kid and Play on there. And this week they had Play from Kid and Play. And back in the late 80s, man, I loved Kid and Play. Loved their music, loved their videos, their dance steps, and later on, they became movie stars with the House Party movies. Born, raised in the New York area, Kid had an interesting life. He lost his mother at a young age to a car crash. Mom and dad didn't live together. He was kind of a player. Mom was white. Dad was Jamaican. He was then shipped off to his dad to live. And his dad, even though he was a part-time dad, took on full responsibility and raised his son. So that's how he got his black side of his family to be integral in his life. All his aunties and uncles, straight Jamaicans. Mom's side of the family was a trip. Grandparents were straight prejudice. Wasn't feeling the black at all. Interesting dynamic. Now, he was a nerd, good in school, strict household, couldn't stay out after dark. When he finally got into hip hop, they would go to the park and hang out and rap and dance and do things like that. But at nighttime, he had to bring his ass home. Good student, good in school. Now, Play, a little bit of different upbringing. Had his mom and dad in his life the whole time. Dad was pharmaceutical businessman on the street. Did some prison time. But always had the freshest cars, the Mach 4s when they first came out. Flyest gear. When he would go to prison, it was announced on the front page of the paper. Ghetto Hood Star. That was his dad. His dad was naturally bald, no hair on his body. They called him Skull. And when he went to prison, little Christopher. Funny thing about Kid and Play, both of their names are Christopher. Best friends, and both of their names are Christopher. But Play went to their local store to go get some candy. And they heard the people in the background. Because back then they didn't have like McDonald's and stuff. They had like a store that made hamburgers, sold candy, beer, soda pop, all in one place in New York. Overheard the people making burgers say, "Hey man, you know what that is? That's Skull's son. Yeah, the dude is doing time right now." So his rep was built on having a really rough dad. He followed his dad's footsteps, became a stick-up kid, robbing folks at gunpoint. And they had a shot-off, other type of weapons, and they would hide in the bushes, him and his homeboy, jump out and straight rob people, even old ladies. They couldn't be far from different, more in the spectrum of becoming best friends. But Play got real lucky. It had rained earlier this one evening, but then it stopped. So him and his buddy went what they usually do after dark. They go hide in the bushes at the bus stop, jump out and rob people. Well, they robbed his old lady. And remember, it was raining earlier that evening. So she had an umbrella, and she decided to fight back with that umbrella. This was the one time Play did not put bullets in the gun. And he shot off rifles sometimes would misfire and just fire on their own. And the lady was tussling with him with her umbrella. She hit the gun then kind of spun towards her head and went off. Had Play put bullets in the gun that day, would have blew that woman's head off. And the Play that we know today, laughable, lovable, very handsome, good with the ladies, I would have been in prison for the rest of his life. He was selling guns to get money, and it's a trip. Now, he was in a rap group. Kid was in another rap group. And eventually, members of the group got older, more responsibilities. They had to get jobs, pay for stuff. Either had kids with their girlfriends. And during this time, hip hop was such a new thing, you really couldn't make money. And parents were like, look, I don't mind you rapping, scratching on turntables and stuff, but you're not making no money into this house. You have to get a job. So part-time hip hop, full-time job, it's hard. It was hard to try to make it. But you got to take chances. And some of the people in their former group went on to be big stars. Rome JD used to rap with Play. Went on to be with the Boogie Boys, Fly Girl, yeah, Girl Talk, yeah. So all these people grew up and kind of moved out, and Play and Kid were left. It's funny how Play got his name. His name was Chris, and he was always cool with the ladies. So, and back then, a little boy had to read Playboy magazine, got the nickname Playboy, and he was a natural artist. He would draw graffiti on people's jeans to get paid 75 cents a letter. And his signature mark was a Playboy bunny head with one of the ears bent. That stood for Playboy, which is his moniker at the time. So he wasn't very articulate. He can tell you that himself. And when he's hanging around Kid more often in his household, he said, man, this dude is good at Jeopardy. He knew every answer to every question. This dude is smart. Hey, dude, can you teach me how to speak better? I'm trying to get in with the ladies and my vernacular's not up to speed. Can you teach me how to speak? Literally taught him how to speak better. Kid was always the one who wrote all the rhymes. So he wrote all the rhymes, Play, designed the clothes that they wore. They were both very good dancers. They were dancers before they were rappers, And they've been on some of the most remarkable tours in hip-hop history. They went on tour with Public Enemy and NWA, believe it or not, along with Salt and Pepper. They came into an era of hip-hop where the game was changed. Their videos were very entertaining. They broke into movies. They were approached to do House Party. Also, Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff was also approached to do House Party. You gotta have a backup plan. But the original plan was always to have Kid and Play do House Party. They did it. People like Martin Lawrence, Tisha Campbell, Robin Harris, Full Force. It changed their lives forever. You might knew them musically or comically, but that movie changed a lot of people's careers. Not to mention part 2, you got Queen Latifah. Man, it kept getting bigger. Ralph Tresvant did the opening along with Whoopi Goldberg. Part 3 had Bernie Mac, Chris Tucker, Angela Means. Kid and Play is very important and integral to a lot of people's careers blowing up. Tisha Campbell and Martin hooked back up to do the Martin Show from House Party. But yeah, man, hip hop and people's background stories. Hip hop saved a lot of kids, man. Play could have easily been dead or locked up for forever. This one time he's telling a story how he had guns in his backpack, skipping school, had a gang of money in his pocket. He just sold some other guns. He sold his rifle, sawed off to get some other guns. And man, the little turnpike where you go and pay if you get on the train, he decided to hop over and not do it. Cops caught him, brought him into the interrogation room. This kid was scared to death, man. And the cop was giving him the Martin Luther King speech. He said, man, there's something about you. I'm not going to take your ass in. And he never checked his backpack. He did. At the time, the mayor of New York, if you had a gun, you went to prison for a certain amount of years. And you got an additional year for every bullet that was in your possession. If that cop would have checked his bag, Play would have been in prison. But he had a feeling. He was young, so dude, get out of here, never want to see your ass again. Saved his life. He married Miss Lisa McDowell later on in life from Coming to America. He knew he was too young. He tried to do something different, wanted to settle down, stop being a playboy. He married his best friend, but it didn't work out. But they're still cool. They're still friends to this day. He's a born-again Christian. And Kid, he's doing stand-up comedy now. he travels the universe and opens up for famous comedians and doing stand-up comedy, which is cool. He does producing of music. He produced the theme song to the show Martin. Ain't that a trip? Yeah. Martin, Martin. Yeah. Kid produced that. So, after all these years, man, so cool to see these brothers living well, doing well, taking care of their kids, and still look damn good. I believe Chris plays like 59, dude look 29. Black don't crack. Yeah, Kid and Play, one of my favorite rap groups of all time back in the day. Even in my high school, I did lip syncs and dance battles to Kid and Play's music and doing their moves, man. Love Kid and Play. Really awesome. But yeah, Vlad TV, one of my favorite pastimes to do is watch that show and to get real close to artists you care about and hear their reviews and interactions about life. Really cool. But I want to do a review on Vlad TV about Kid and Play. Until the next time, peace. And remember, it's just my point of view.